Hello everybody, today we are going to make a seated tray. It'll make more sense once I start making it, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a base for my tray to sit in. When I'm going to make a base, I'm going to use this ruler right here to make my base. Let's see, I'm just going to take this right here close to the end. So this is a slab that I've rolled out. I rolled it with a rolling pin so it's a little bit thinner, and just slightly thinner if you want to see. It's about that thickness, maybe just a little bit short of a 1/4 inch thick. And then I also took my rib and I compressed the slab so it's a little flatter, and I took out all the canvas texture as well. So instead of using a template for this, I'm just using both sides of my yardstick because I feel like that's a good size. So here we go. All right, so I have this right here. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my angle cutter tool, and the way this works is you set this flat and you pull it towards you, and it's gonna cut a 45-degree angle along this edge. You can also, if you don't have this tool, probably somebody in your class will have one. If you're in my class, you can always use mine. I have a couple of them. Or you can also use your a fettling knife or a razor to cut it at close to a 45-degree angle. I just find that the platter that I'm going to sit on here stays seated a little bit better if I do this. So now you can see it's cut at the 45-degree angle there. That's going to be the top. And then I'm making just a small oval like this. I want my thing to be a little bit longer than what I need, so then I can decide whether I want it to be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. I think this is a good size right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fettling knife again. I'm going to cut straight down at a 45-degree angle from the top all the way down. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take that out. Now I'm going to use my needle tool. This isn't a needle tool, but it's working just the same. And I'm gonna score each one of those. And I'm gonna use my slip. To make that connection. Rib just so I can smooth that out. Okay. I want to keep that oval, and I'm just going to set this over to the side so it can stiffen up just a little bit. now the next part. So basically the shape I want is a shape that is going to be something like this. That's a very simplified version of that, but I'm gonna cut my tray or my piece of clay. I'm gonna cut it here. Down and cut it. There. So now I'm just kind of knocking off all these corners. I want the corners to be nice and soft and round. I'm going to do it on the front. I'm going to do it on the back. Go back and make it nice and smooth. Now I want a little bit of texture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this in. This one has little plus signs, I guess, to hold it onto the table. So I want this one to lay in here like this. And then I don't want tons of pressure, but I want to feel it sink into that clay. Oh, that one's pretty deep, which is fine. Take all that canvas texture back off. To grab. Something you can do to keep it from grabbing like that, you can add baby powder, you can add cornstarch. You can also spray that down with a little Pam and it will release a little easier. So now I have my patterned piece right here. Now I am going to cut a little V on the top. Some people call this the pants pot because it looks like a little pair of pants. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna slip and score and connect it. Now that I see where that's bending, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper here because I want this to be, I want the V to be about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. There we go. Now, I'm just bringing this over right here to right here. And then I'm going to mark it with this little tool right here on the front. I'll also mark it on the back. There we go. And now I'm going to score in those areas. Score on the front. Score on the back. Make that connection. Okay, now I'm going to take this right here. This is my seat. I'm going to score all the way around. This clay is now soft enough that I won't have to score the top of the dish, the pattern part. It should be wet enough that it will seat right in here. Big. So I'm going to make a correction. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Okay. So the idea is this will get seated and we'll create a dish. So it looks like this is gonna have to set up to be at least leather hard for it to work. So, movie magic, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna go put it in front of the fan for about 10 minutes and we're gonna come back. Okay, and we're back. And I let this dry in front of the fan for a little while. Got a little crack here. I'm gonna repair that. Okay, now we're gonna seat it. Bring this up and over just a little bit more. Cut this like this. Sure that's all has a nice connection. I don't mind if it's even a little rough like this. I think it's gonna look cool with a breaking glaze. And this is just a little kind of tray that you can use in your kitchen to put some fruit or, you know, whatever you'd like to put in there. Hopefully you'll make this project and enjoy making it. And I'll have more videos coming.